Hello again there, Libra. Dadhichi here from astrological.com.au. Great to have your company, and just let's get straight into it here with what's happening throughout the month. You can see the immediate full moon taking place on the 2nd in your 12th house, and this 12th house and 6th house is going to be significant because these are, well, the 12th house anyhow is a hidden house, and the moon is ruling your 10th house of career and profession. So there's a link here between that which is hidden, the mysteries of the universe, spirituality, but also foreign affairs and unusual, mysterious things. So there's a connection here. Maybe you're looking to do something a little more unusual in your work. The full moon definitely shines a light on that area, but also take a look at these very difficult opposition aspects over here with the Sun, Neptune, Mercury and Venus in your 6th house of debt, and they say it's a disease. It's got to do with your physical well-being and your workplace environment. So maybe there's something there you need to look at during this full moon, but I think it'll be more later in the month, and we'll get to that. The other transits here that to me are a bit of a problem really, because they disturb your peace of mind more than anything. The position of Saturn in the 4th house and Mars here in the 3rd. In other words, this dividing line between the sign of Sagittarius and Capricorn is being subjected to the duress of these two planets. It's going to be even more important when this planet, Mars, moves into conjunction here a little bit later. Finances receive an uptick on and about the 7th, when the moon and Jupiter conjoin here. This is usually a lovely combination with the trine aspect to those workplace planets of the Sun and Neptune, indicating your idealism, imagination and your ability to make more money at this time. 3rd house of communications, when the moon moves into the conjunction with Mars around the 10th. There it is there. Very, very intense, possibly combative, but combative in a way that gives you a sense of creative explosiveness shown by this triangular aspect to Uranus. So there's a link between your 3rd house of communications and your 7th house of relationships. You notice also that just prior to this, Mercury and Venus, your ruling planet, moved to the 7th house. So this begins a cycle, not just of communication, but of relating more generally to the public. Here's that tough aspect that I mentioned here. Moon is going to be the precursor to this movement of Mars into your 4th house. It's a bit of a somber combination, Moon and Saturn here in the domestic sphere, and this Saturn-Pluto, although wide apart, indicates some transformative processes going on, death and rebirth within the family, a change, or at least consideration of changes on the domestic front. That can become more urgent as Mars moves into this area a little down the track, but I'm keeping my eye here on this transit of the moon as it swings up here into your 5th house of love affairs around the 13th, making contact with your south node, which is the past karma, giving you the opportunity to maybe reconnect with past lovers or people from your past. Here we see what I think is the big transition, and that is the moon moving to the conjunction of Neptune around the 16th. A lot of creativity associated with your professional life. This 6th house has to do with workplace activities, co-workers, health and fitness. And then on the 17th, that's the one I'm looking for. Wow, 17, 18, the new moon coincides with the transit of Mars into the very powerful 4th angle of your horoscope. Now that, with Saturn in itself, is problematic. It can really disrupt your peace of mind. It can cause problems on the home front, at least frustrations. But the new moon shows us, having taken place here in your 6th house, that the secret of this is to come from a space of service, looking at others from the position of humbling yourself and learning through what may not be particularly easy circumstances, but certainly a way for you to, I guess, transcend yourself. It's also a humbling experience because having to do with your work, there are opportunities for you to learn more about what you're doing and to do it in a way that gives you greater skill sets down the track. You may not feel happy about that shown by this, but certainly the new moon here. And then look at this. This is lovely because you've got really three lovely planets with an unsettling and unexpected Uranus here in your 7th house of relationships. There's a strong focus on love life, marriage, negotiations with partners, and that's all the while you've got this unsavoury combination here in the 4th house. 8th house here around the 21st, 22nd is your finances, banking, working through your taxes. 9th house, moon, along with this transit of the sun into the 7th, brings all that 6th house energy that was there at the beginning of the month, all that workplace energy, into your marital and business partnerships sector. 10th house moon, a lot of workplace activity, a bit of a challenge there between your desire to satisfy people in your relationships with your own need here. See these hard actions. Now that's the conjunction of Mars and Saturn. That's also one you've got to be a little bit careful of, Libra, because this has to do with travels and vehicles, conveyances. That is an accident-prone combination. And all through this period, the 25th, 26th, 27th, all through this month, actually, towards the end of the month, be careful. 11th house is a nice relief, both from your responsibilities in the 11th house, 27th, 28th. It gives some socializing and an opportunity to really enjoy the company of others. 12th house is a low-key period, 29, 30. And around the 31st, the moon finishes off in a similar position to where it was at the outset of the month, but with that very strong weighting in your 7th house of relationships. So the month is going to finish off on that note. That gives you the opportunity, and notice there too the retrogression of Mercury. Hold off any important decisions until Mercury goes forward, and I'm going to give you the details on that next month. I'm going to keep you in what they say suspended terror. Do join me again for those of you that are new and those of you that have been visiting regularly. Don't forget to stop off at astrology.com.au. Subscribe here. We'd love to have you as part of our list, and if you've got any questions you can send me a note down below or at the website. Till next month, take care. Bye bye for now.